Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Emets Artyom is my name. I started working with Dodo Pizza, building the first pizza restaurant in Kolomna, in the Moscow region. Now I'm franchisee of the largest Siberian cities, though. In Novosibirsk we have 2 pizza restaurants, and the first one in Krasnoyarsk is under construction. So let's talk about Novosibirsk. So in Novosibirsk we have 2 pizza restaurants. They are in the center of our locations. Novosibirsk is split into 2 parts by the river, the left and the right banks. So our pizza restaurants are in the centers of these areas. A lot of bus stops and subway stops are around our restaurants, and in Geodesizhsk, next to it, we have a large students' campus with a lot of universities, buildings of universities, and a lot of pedestrians from subway to Gorsky micro neighborhood. We try to find locations. Second our pizza restaurant you see on the slide now is located not far from tourist place, one of the largest tourist attractions, a chapel. This chapel was built in 1914 on the place of geographical center of the Russian Empire. We tried to find nice facades and large windows premises with a nice view from the windows. So these are the views from our pizza restaurants, and this view is recognized as the best one in our network. And of course, our nice premises should be refurbished properly, and we are very serious about refurbishment and the quality of materials and general condition of our pizza restaurants and the contractors. So about contractors, when I started my first pizza restaurant in Kolomna, I spent too much efforts on that, and contractor actually postponed the commissioning for more than 3 months, and after that I had to redo the whole refurbishment in my restaurant because it was very low quality. And now we try to find very high quality contractors, and especially this is the case for contractors for ventilation and conditioning and advertising. If you have good ventilation, you would avoid bad smell in the kitchen and in the hall, and ad people will give you an opportunity to tell about to you as vividly as possible. And once I had contractors who came to put the stickers on my glass windows, and they started to try them on the glass without any measurements and anything, and I told them, please take a marker and then a centimeter and actually do your job properly. And he said, okay, thank you very much. Okay, I will go out for a smoke and then we'll go back. But actually he left after this. And about high quality materials. Now we face a problem like this. In Novosibirsk, the tiles on the kitchen walls is breaking. We now buy it from Kerama, not from the local market, because it is of better quality, and we avoid the problem we had before. And also high quality equipment is also very important. So TV boards, for instance, we buy them from Samsung, not LG, just because of the same reason, because they are brighter and better picture. We also think a lot about the general appearance of our pizza restaurants. These small things and dents, we always try to improve such things. We do not want cases like this on the slide. And you see, that's how our restaurants look like even after 6 months after opening. The restaurant that is looking like this after 6 months after opening, that's the wow effect we are always talking about. Next point. When we get into the market of Novosibirsk, no one knew about Dodo Pizza. We all know how good it is, but no one knew in the city. And we decided to create a better value for our brand. So what we did, our children's rooms are very good, furnished with good children's furniture and nice, colorful balls. Regularly, we launch children's mornings. We invite artists and various moderators of children's activities, and the children are just happy about such children's mornings and bring their parents to the place. And people say that we have the best children's events in the city. And promoters, when it is warm, our promoters work in special costumes, because promoters in costumes do better job, 2 times better, so at least 2 times more potential new customers. And we also decided to launch regular flash mobs. The recent one received more than 100,000 views in social networks. And we are also thinking about the polygraphy, because we think that the leaflets should look and feel nice. And in Novosibirsk, we didn't find a company that offers high quality. That's why we order from Moscow, but it turns out to be cheaper and faster comparing against the local market producers. Novosibirsk is the motherland of Dubulgis, that created Flamp. Flamp is something like Foursquare and TripAdvisor. So Flamp, for Novosibirsk restaurants, it is very important that you have high rating in Flamp. That's why we add as a very important condition to participate in our activities to add feedback, honest feedback on Flamp, feedback on us. That's why we have top ratings there. All these events I told you about allows us to conquer the market. Let's talk about the atmosphere in our restaurants. The atmosphere is impacted by the service in our restaurants. Of course, it all depends on our employees. These are our cashiers, very nice-looking boys and girls with good speech. Our managers that can sort out any conflict and make not very loyal customers our fans, and our managers. And we have the top rating in Flamp, as I already said, and in many feedbacks, people say that it is very clean in our restaurants. We bring our girls on the cleanliness station quite often. So these are the girls that help us to make our restaurants very clean. Next point. So atmosphere in the restaurant is impacted by small details as well. For instance, high quality equipment, high quality materials in toilets, and things like special hangers on the walls in toilets and so on. But the most important thing, what impacts the atmosphere in our restaurants, is our employees, the smiles of our team or our guys. What do we do for this? These guys have the highest salary in the city. Usually the catering chains have the rate of 110 rubles per hour, but the salary in our restaurants is from 120 rubles per hour. They have better working conditions. They have better instruments and high quality chemical products and materials, and very nice restrooms, relaxed rooms in our restaurants. But we did something else. We developed a system of local standards. So on this slide, you see to the left the example of laying out the products in the hot house and on the line. Local standards for storing, for cleanliness, cash desk, and instruments. Even here on this layout of zones in the restaurant, you see our restaurant. So our employees see the shelves that they stand by and so on. And we have the internal controlling system as well. Instead apart from the management company, we also do our audits and checks, and we focus on the general conditions and cleanliness and service and quality control, and all these things allow us to be quite optimistic about our future, even in such a highly competitive market as Novosibirsk, number 3 after Moscow and St. Pete. You know, it looks like all these things might cost us a lot, but nevertheless, even our young restaurants, 2 young restaurants in such highly competitive market generate EBITDA 15 to 20%, though delivery cost is not optimized yet, and it's about 15%, and the loss is about 3 to 4% from the general revenue.
And the lease, which is as high as in Moscow. Nevertheless, we do earn money, and we are optimistic about the future. And the most important thing is to remember that all efforts are huge, and the expenses are high, but loyalty is very important. Thank you.